What's up, fam? Billy D here, NASR. Happy 4th of July. Happy 250th birthday, United States of America. Well, if you've been enjoying the World Cup, you are not alone because our whole country has embraced it like nobody's business. Now, the United States will play Monday night in the pool of 16, and they will play Belgium at 8 p.m. on Monday evening. A lot of us Johnny-come-lately soccer fans, and I'm not one of them. Granted, I'm a little new, but I got on board a while back. I don't just have World Cup fever, but a lot of those that have World Cup fever have been questioning the officiating in soccer. And I will admit some of it is very suspect. Obviously, Flo Balogun will not play in the Belgium game on Monday evening because of the red card that he received, which was ridiculous. He basically accidentally stepped on a guy's ankle while going for the ball, which is what you're supposed to be doing, going for the ball. You can't just leg whip somebody and not hit the ball. That's a red card. And he is suspended. And even after review, the suspension is upheld, which is ridiculous. This occurred during the 2-0 victory over Bosnia, which Flo Balogun was ejected from, and subsequently he will miss the next game because he received a red card. And let's just say it like it is. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit call, and even after review, FIFA couldn't get it right. That's the problem with soccer. A case in point, Portugal's victory over Croatia the other night. All right, that was bullshit too. A 2-1 victory for Portugal where the game should have been over, or should have been tied going into extra session. A header was disallowed by Croatia, and 4 goals were disallowed in that game. 3 by Croatia, 1 for Portugal. 4 disallowed goals. The offsides, which you could be basically a you-know-what hair from the defender beyond him, and it's offside. That is ridiculous. You're a millimeter. Now, they do offsides. You can't be cherry picking ahead of the defenseman on the back line. So if you're a millimeter beyond him as you're bodied up, it's offsides. They need a more definitive way to define offsides. Now, of course, you longtime soccer fans are going to say, oh, you Americans just come on board and trying to tell us how to do our game and blah, blah, blah. Listen, the Balogun red card is evidence that you guys don't get it right. Listen. Soccer officiating is not up to par with a lot of the major sports. We'll just leave it at that. Offsides is questionable. I mean, the way they call it is subjective. And the way they call red cards, listen, soccer officiating is suspect. That is the problem. That's the reason why it hasn't gone mainstream in America. You had 4 disallowed goals in the Portugal-Croatia game. 4 disallowed goals. That's not good for viewers. But, okay, so technically, if the ball hits the defenseman, it's not offside, but it didn't hit the defenseman on the header. But you could see it skim across the guy's hair. So technically, it should have been a good call for Croatia, and the game should have been tied and went into the extra session. But it's a sad thing for it's a sad thing for that to happen to Croatia, and they're eliminated on the referee's call, but that's exactly what happened. So Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal advance, 2 wins and 2 draws in 4 games, and they'll be out after their next game because they've been unimpressive. If you followed my pool of 32 picks, I picked 16 games. Money line, I went 13-3 in the World Cup. 13-3, kids. 13-3. I got some picks for you right now. We're going to go over. Now we're at the pool of 16. I did a YouTube show earlier. I hope you watched it. I picked Morocco over Canada. That game is currently scoreless late in the first half. Today we have Paraguay and France at 5. I like France. I picked Morocco earlier. I like France at 5 o'clock, and obviously that's not a hard pick. You'd have to lay 1.5 goals because money line's like minus 3,000. I mean, France is going to probably win the whole thing. They're the equivalent of the U.S. basketball dream team. France at 5 today. As I said before, USA plays Belgium with no Flo Balogun. Ricardo Pepi will play in his place. He did have 16 goals in the Dutch league this year and is a very competent player. Hopefully Christian Pulisic will step up and the U.S. will get the job done. I still think they will. They're a deep team. They're better than Belgium, and they should advance to the pool 8. We shall see. That is at Monday at 8 p.m. We have Portugal playing Spain Monday at 3 p.m. And I'm going to tell you right now, Spain's going to beat Portugal, and that's going to be end for Ronaldo in his World Cup history. Brazil and Norway at 4 p.m. That is Sunday. Brazil versus Erling Haaland of Man City, the Norway striker Viking Supreme. So I like actually Brazil to beat Norway, even though I love Norway and I love Haaland. That is Sunday at 4. Mexico plays England tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'm here to tell you Mexico is going to beat England. Mexico never loses at Azteca. The altitude is an issue. England's had a great run, but Harry Kane in England will be history after tomorrow. That will be it for them. And that is at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Tuesday, July 7th, Switzerland, Colombia. I like Colombia. Tuesday, July 7th at noon, I like Argentina to defeat Egypt with Lionel Messi, who obviously we've seen him. He's tied with France's. Actually, he just took the lead with his goal in the last game, the 3-2 epic battle versus Cape Verde. Kudos to Cape Verde for an excellent game. Argentina wins 3-2. I did lose that one on my DraftKings. I had Argentina minus 1.5. I actually, after being red hot, going 13-3, I went 0-3 in the pool of 16 because I bet with the spread, because you can't bet money line games with France and Argentina, et cetera, when they're minus 1,000 and minus 3,000 on the money line. But I had Argentina minus 1.5. I lost yesterday. They did defeat Cape Verde in a 3-2 epic battle. It was epic. Lionel Messi wins in front of his hometown fans of Miami, and it was excellent. And actually, you can hear people arriving for my 4th of July party, so I got to make this quick. So Argentina plays Egypt July 7th at noon. I like Argentina. So I've given you all my picks for the pool of 16. Before I get out of here, I do want to go over a couple of things. I was very sad as a South Florida part-time resident to see Sergei Bobrovsky leave the Panthers to go to the Toronto Maple Leafs on a 3-year, $20 million deal. It was very upsetting to see Bob leave South Florida. The Panthers are stacked with the acquisition of Brady Tkachuk. They did lose Evan Rodriguez and Jesper Boquist to the Devils in a trade for Jacob Markstrom, who I'm thinking might be the starter. They did grab a kid named Akira Schmidt from Vegas, who was a third-string goalie, but he's a kid in his early 20s. He did have great numbers as a backup for Vegas, and maybe that's Billy Zito's plan to develop Schmidt with the veteran Markstrom. Obviously, you'll have a super stacked team in front of you. Shots will be at a minimum, but it was sad to see Bobrovsky go. The Panthers did also add psychopath Radek Gudas back on the defense. He was with the Panthers before when they lost in the Cup to Vegas. He did miss the last 2 Cup championships. We will miss Erod, though. Evan Rodriguez was a great player for the Panthers and a clutch player who could play on any line, both sides, defense, offense. We'll miss Erod. Evan, we're going to miss you. Also, speaking of South Florida, kudos to the Florida Marlins, who went 20-6 in the month of June. Best record in Major League Baseball. They are currently in a wild card spot at 46-42, and they have the lowest payroll in Major League Baseball. The lowest. And they have the most home wins, and they had the best month of June of any team in MLB, 20-6. I really wish the Marlins would get great ownership so they can keep some of these great young players. The pitchers Alcantara and Ricky Max Meyer, who's 8-1. Just a lot of great things going in South Florida right now. You got Lionel Messi with Inter Miami. You've got the Heat that just got Giannis. You got the Panthers that are stacked. You got the Miami Hurricanes that are going to be probably top 3 or 4 and national championship contender coming out in the fall. You got so much stuff going on in South Florida right now. It's a great time to be a South Florida sports fan. Other news, Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. Listen, I've never been a big fan of the collegiate women's basketball, I've been critical on here of how there's only about 10 great teams and 100 teams that suck, and there's really not a lot of competition. I've even shit on Gino Auriemma because everybody here in Connecticut just sucks the you-know-what of UConn women's basketball, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of women's college basketball. There's just not enough quality teams. But I will say Caitlin Clark is the female Larry Bird. She's a generational player. She plays in a league that doesn't respect her. They brutalize her. She doesn't get any calls. They put a 30th anniversary poster up celebrating the league, and Kathy Engelbert, whatever her name is, the president, she is an idiot. They don't put Caitlin Clark on the poster. That's like not putting Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson on an anniversary poster in the NBA. And the players vote the best players. They had a vote. They vote Caitlin Clark as the 11th best player in the WNBA. That's total disrespect. She gets brutalized. She gets no calls. And she's hated on because she's good looking, she's white, and she's heterosexual. Sorry, I said it. And she should just leave, go to Europe, make more money, and the rest of you WNBA players, you'll be back flying coach stuffed in the back of an airplane because you didn't fly private or make real money till Caitlin Clark arrived. So that's what I got to say about that. Anyway, yeah, the WNBA is run by an idiot. I don't know why Adam Silver of the NBA doesn't step in and correct this, because Caitlin should get the Jordan rules. She should get the benefit of doubts when calls are concerned. She gets brutalized. All the players are jealous of her. It's like racism, sexism, all rolled up in one. If this is controversial, I don't give a shit. It is what it is. It's the truth. I preach the truth. So that is what I got for you on this 4th of July. We're going to do some more MLB. I did a show on YouTube. Please follow the North American Sports Report and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. We got great content there. Please follow me, Billy DiNapoli, on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm on all the TikToks and all that other shit. But listen, you guys have a great 4th of July holiday. Be with your family. Appreciate your country. Evidence of all these people coming to this nation to view the World Cup, and all they're doing is praising about the treatment they're receiving. You got to remember, lots of arenas and stadiums, they don't even have air conditioning in Europe. They don't have ranch dressing. They don't have great barbecue. The Japanese were praising over the barbecue they were eating, and these people in the countries apparently never have seen ranch dressing or had air conditioning in their stadiums. You have a lot of privileges in this country that you don't realize, and they were provided for you by the military service men and women that have died, so you are not speaking German or Japanese right now. So appreciate that. Appreciate your country. Love your country. Today's not the day for your political stance bullshit. Celebrate the United States of America and its 250th birthday. Be with your family, and remember, always be kind to one another. I'm Billy DiNapoli. God bless you all. I'll see you guys on the other side.